Hey, thank you for joining me. This is a series called From the Bedroom to the Studio. And it's about how a song is created and how it's enhanced and how it changes from that initial inspiration into a finished product. Now, many of you will have your own home studios and use your own computer to develop a really sophisticated version of a song. I'm not that clever. I need professional help with that, and I really got it through Mike McCarthy and my friend Nigel Gavin and Sonia Wilson, and together we combined to, I think, produce an album which retains the essence of what I was trying to say through the songs, and what really came through me through the feelings of the songs. So without further ado, let's go to Gavin's lovely home in Mount Eden, where we'll begin to unravel this. We'll do this fairly spontaneously and have a bit of a chat for a few minutes, and then you'll listen to the track itself. And also I will put in the blurb below this video the original version as I had performed it in the bathroom several years ago. Actually, I wrote it many years before that, just to so that you can experience the change that happened, and I hope that all those people who are songwriters and will come with me on this journey, and all those who are really interested in how some songs develop. I have to say it's the way we do it. It isn't the way everybody does it. But I hope you find it interesting, and here we go. Bye. I was looking in the album for an organic feel, a live enough feel so that it sounded fresh. And I'm putting Nigel on the spot a bit here because I'm going to ask him to try and remember that track and how he took it from what I was saying. Just said with this, played it, simple chords on my guitar, told him about the feeling. Where did you take it?
Well, it's, the Sunrise title kind of tells it all. It's kind of the hope of promise, of warmth, and a new day. So when I have that feeling of almost like blossoming into the day. And so I can't remember what instrument I played first. Maybe the glissentar. And so whatever I wanted to do, wanted to help create that feeling of hope and newness, perhaps, potential, and hence it's at the beginning of the album. So.
And we always wanted a lot of space. It's like in the morning there's space, there's sort of possibilities. So when you wake up, you try to create space for something to happen in the day.
You hear the birds, singing. Yeah.
So of course I suggested that we could find some seagulls in there, and of course Nigel produced seagulls at the end. So if you listen at the end, you'll hear the seagulls there. And we layered it, but it was done very quickly, really, in the studio. Probably we each did 1 or 2 takes, I think, on that, and built it up. And that's the feel that I wanted to get, because I didn't want to lose the essence, which was a very simple feeling that I had for that song. Now, as we go on, I hopefully will talk about some other tracks on the albums, say how we gelled on that, how Nigel interpreted it, what I gave him, and how hopefully it came to a lovely conclusion where we felt very happy with.
And it moved very swiftly once we started.
Yes.
And so we didn't have to agonize over small nuts and bolts. It was like, oh yeah, that's good, moving on. And then of course Michael helped a lot. Yeah.
And I've done some albums before, but they're very much solo albums, helped by Michael, who's a multi-instrumentalist. But again, we were using a lot of digital equipment which we could make sound analog and real. I wanted to, and I think we did a great job with the other albums, but I also think that I wanted to get a live feel for this, so this is why it was so important. And you know, Nigel and Mike, of course, know about music far more than me, so would be saying, you know, this is this tempo here, and this is a great change here, and you know, that's a great build that happens here. And all of these, even after all these years, were fairly new terms for me. And it was like listening to people talking another language, but it seemed to work. I've tried to learn as much about that, but I'm still very much an amateur on that. So in this series, I'd love to feel that we can explore that, how somebody can write a song in their bedroom, and how that can be taken to the next level while still sounding authentic. That we don't have to over auto-tune it.
Never lose the essence.
Never lose its essence.
You fill it with, you put some ornaments around it, but you don't want to lose the essence, because once you've done that, you've just got ornaments.
Don't overproduce it, because ultimately my feeling was I wanted to get the same feeling that I had at the start of writing the song, and capture that feeling. I wanted that feeling to be captured and enhanced, but not in somehow overcomplicated. Yeah.
Keeping the essence alive.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is our first one. I'm going to edit this somewhat, and I think we're getting a feeling of where we can go with this whole discussion. So thank you, Nigel. Any comments?
Oh, if you haven't heard the album,
there you go. Bless you. Okay, all the best. Bye.
The darkest hour has gone. I reach for you, we dream a while. It's just before the dawn. It's time to go, you smile. We take the dirt track to the shore. Hear the seabird's soulful cries. Half down the steps we stop in awe and watch the mist unveil its latest prize. Sunrise, 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 sunrise. You hold me closer now, share a cup and rest a while. I whisper soft and low, this seems so right, you smile. Two lovers walk past hand in hand onto the beach below. They write their names out in the sand while the rocks like coals around them start to glow. Sunrise, 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 sunrise. It's time to make our way back home. We stretch our arms out wide. We look around, our friends are gone as their names fade deep beneath the morning tide. Sunrise, 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 sunrise. sun.